Hi, Anne McClellan here. I would like to reflect on this Veterans Day in honor of all of our nation's vets and thank them for their service, which I so greatly appreciate, and give a huge thank you to the American people for honoring and supporting the veterans of the United States. I am a veteran. I am a Navy brat. My dad was an engineering duty officer in the Navy for 20 plus years. He died on active duty when I was 18. I went to college and then joined the Navy after college. And I am married to a Navy warfare surface officer who served over 16 years. My brother was in the Navy for 20 years as a warfare officer, surface warfare officer, and as a helicopter pilot. And I then resigned my commission as active duty, and I accepted a commission as a reserve officer and served in the intel community for 21 years, for a total of 27 years of service. So I don't mention that for any other reason than I just have a perspective on the military and the Navy in particular. I've seen a lot of changes in my life. I saw when I was a girl, my dad's experiences in the Navy, how horribly the Vietnam soldier was treated during Vietnam. It was really pretty despicable. And it was a sad time. It was truly a politician's war. The military was not to blame for the war, but the society at large were very unkind to the Vietnam soldiers. They were hissed at, spit upon, suffered many traumas because of it. And my dad, who was working at the time in Crystal City and the Pentagon, had to wear civilian clothes because of the horrible treatment of our military in uniform. My dad actually died at the height of the animus towards the military. And I joined the Navy a short 5 years later in 1980. A lot of things had changed by then, but there were still pockets of hostility. Kind of sad to say, but there were. My class of officer candidate school was the first class to wear our uniforms off the naval base and into, off base into the city. And I had a weathered, crotchety old man come up to me in a convenience store one time while I was in my uniform and said, "What the H is the Navy putting you in the service for?" So, I'm not one to roll over. I didn't roll over for that, but nonetheless, it was not very pleasant. But you saw some of that still at that point in time. It was a great time to be in the military during the Reagan years and the Bush 43 years and even Bush 41. All three men had served in the military, in the Navy, and they had an appreciation for the military, for our country. They were patriots, and they actually were proud of the United States, and they made us proud to serve our country. And they expressed their appreciation in many ways, from benefits and pay raises and just the words they used and the prayers they said and spoke. It speaks volumes. Again, things have changed in the military. It's a hard time for servicemen and their families to be in the military. The military is being drawn down. It's rife with uncertainty. I've never seen so many pink slips being issued by a commander-in-chief. And many of the enlisted are on food stamps. It's a very sad condition. And although the military is not supported by President Obama and his administration, I have seen the American people step up and give their support all through the Reagan years, but in particular, during the Persian Gulf War, the Iraqi War, I've seen the American people just support the U.S. soldier 100%. I saw it in restaurants where anonymous patrons would pay for the meals of soldiers in uniform. I saw it in the airports when the public would step up and say, "We appreciate your service," or even clap. I've seen it in honor flights, flying the old vets to Washington, D.C. to see their memorials. So the American people have truly stepped up and supported the military service person, and it is just so appreciated. It does make the hardships that the military family and their endures a little more tolerable. So on this Veterans Day, I want to say thank you to all the vets in my life, my husband Ron, my brother Jamie, our young friends now who are serving, like Ben Stolarski and Pat Bolds, and all the my cousin who served, Rob Berry, all the people I'm forgetting, but that I served with, and I just appreciated your service so much, and I still do. And thank you to all the servicemen who are in the military now dealing with all the difficulties. Again, this is Anne McClellan. I wish you the very best. Take care. Be well. Bye.